Welcome back to Bat Fridays here on One Comic Book a Day. We're covering Batman number 12 in the second story, The Wizard of Words. Yes, this is a Joker story, and this is a Joker story that feels right out of the Batman 66 TV show. Though that show was meant to be kind of satire and tongue-in-cheek, it's not serious. I don't think anyone thought it was serious, but some people don't get it's actually a satire. They think it's just campy for the sake of camp. And actually, that's still fairly true, but the show is meant to be a joke. Like, Colonel Clink shows up on it for a second. That doesn't even make a lick of sense. Why is that Nazi in Gotham? It was definitely closer to the comics than a lot of people like to admit. And this comic really kind of throws it out. Now, they've already been cracking jokes and being a little lighter for a while now. But this comic really feels like that once we see the Joker, who has been violent. He's at least been more violent in recent issues. I think it was like 3 stories ago of the Joker that he assassinated a guy while going across country. But the Joker was a psychopathic murderer. But in this story, we see the Joker who's basically just a prankster, or the prankster, like the Superman villain, who robs banks from time to time. That's the way you would describe the Joker from basically now to Denny O'Neil's run, Ace of Knives. Yeah, it's gonna be a while. So the Joker decides that he's going to take idioms and expressions literal. So he keeps sending out letters threatening people, well, sort of threatening people, like he's going to crown the banker the king of dough. So he drops dough on the guy's head from a pot. So clever. And he has his guys paint the town red. So far, we haven't really done much of a crime. I guess it's harassment and defacing private property, but such small crimes. No, it's not harassment, it's assault. It's probably assault and harassment. Though I don't think any of those people were really hurt. He frames the DA by actually putting him in the frame. But Batman figures out that he's actually up to committing crimes in places he painted red. Interesting, as he gets into his Bat vehicles, we actually see what is a prototype of the Batcave. Now, in a previous issue, we were told that the Batmobile was put into a barn that's supposedly abandoned not too far from the Wayne house. Not Wayne Manor, it's just a Wayne house. There is no Alfred, it's just Bruce and Dick living in the suburbs. But there's an abandoned Batmobile. I made a joke last time that kids wanting to find a place to get drunk, teens, still kids, would probably end up stumbling on the Batmobile. But it's actually a whole system now. They go underground from the house, and then there's a little tunnel, and then there's a winch that pulls the vehicle up like you're going up at the end of Pirates of the Caribbean. It's interesting to see. Still no actual cave, though. Or Alfred. Where the hell's Alfred? They stop the crime, but mostly this is really the weak part of the story. Like in a Batman 66 story, at the middle of the story, we have Batman being captured and put into a death trap here, being put into a spinning world and making him really dizzy, but instead of the Joker letting the blood pressure end up killing him, he lets him off and is going to send him dizzy walking across a plank over fire. The Joker doesn't know when to stop to kill Batman here. And this honestly feels like a climax. They've come together. It's a big thing that they need to finish. Robin, of course, saves him. Unfortunately, the Joker gets away again. And we continue to have a plot that felt like it had ended. So the Joker gets up to one more crime, which feels vestigial at this point. And to sort of build up to another climax, they have to really rush it. Within a page or two, the Joker goes from being on a train to being chased up a air balloon in the air, and Batman and the Joker are fighting on top of a blimp, essentially. And I can't honestly tell you exactly how that happened. I read it. I watched it happen, but I can't tell you how that happened. And it's just then your basic Joker story where Batman, knocks him off something, here being the blimp, into water, and we're left with, well, he should be dead. But is he? He's not dead. We know he's not dead. He's yet to be dead. So really a story that should have figured out to end earlier when they already had the big epic moment. The thing about the Batman show is the death trap is kind of a climax to the first episode. And it gets resolved very early on in the second episode, and then you have the whole episode to build to that other climax. This didn't have any time to get to that climax, and because it's not separated at all, the climax, the big set piece of this comic, feels like it happens in the middle. So pacing is just everywhere. Okay, that is it from Batman issue 12, The Wizard of Words. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, hit the bell icon to get notifications when new videos up. I do this Monday through Friday. But Mondays and Thursdays, I cover a Superman story in either Action Comics or Superman. And until next time, Bat Day, same comic book channel. Have a great day.